Okay, if anybody's watching, welcome in, welcome in. I don't know what's going on here real quickly. Okay, so I just got to share this real quick and then I'll go through dispute real quick. Let me, just give me less than 60 seconds as I have to wait for it to load up so that I can actually do what I need to do real quick. And all I'm doing is I'm trying to share it to my Telegram and put it on Twitter that we're live, just in case anybody who follows us wants to see what we're doing, and give everybody an opportunity to kind of contribute if you would like. So it's about 45 seconds here and we'll get going. I greatly appreciate your consideration in letting me do this. I greatly appreciate that. It's about 30 seconds here. We do have some breaking news as well. Well, I mean, it's breaking news in the sense that it's been announced in the last several hours, but I wanted to talk about it for the first time on YouTube during the live today. And also we'll do FOMO Fridays today, which I am very much looking forward to. It'll be our third weekly buy of HBAR, and I've decided how to do this properly, and we're going to be doing weekly $50 HBAR purchases with no pressure to buy anything else. We're going to do that until we get to 10,000 tokens as a group. We get to 10,000 tokens, we can open it up for the next discussion. And that's how I see fit. So I think that's going to be a spectacular thing to do. About 15 seconds here, and I'm going to get through the intro and everything else. So that's what you have to look forward to here to start the this live. I don't even know if anybody's here, so I could be talking to myself. But eventually, even if nobody shows up to the live, I will be talking, you know, to each and every one of you, because you will eventually see this when it gets released on YouTube when the live is over. So I thank you for your patience, and let me get into this. Good mid-afternoon, 2:46 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, June 9th, if you can believe that already, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So here, everybody asked me, I did this in the front yard. Let's start it off with a beautiful site. So I did this. I got 250 pounds of dirt from Maine, believe it or not. And it's a beautiful dirt, and I put in all this stuff. I did that myself. All this stuff I did myself. So it's starting to look nice, so I'm very happy about that. I just happened to look over there. So what's going on this afternoon? Let me first of all, 25 people in here. Fantastic. Coming in for FOMO Fridays. I appreciate that. 9 likes. Make sure you hit that like button, as it will greatly help push me through the analytics, and we'll get more people in here. After all, you want people to be, their first impression to say, holy crap, not 25 people in here, only 9 people liked it. He's not doing a good job. You don't want that to be the impression. So what we're going to go through today, obviously we're going to do our FOMO Fridays, our weekly $50 HBAR purchases. Right now we've got about 2,800 plus HBAR in the first 2 weeks. We've only spent $100 on it, but our goal is to get to 10,000 tokens as a unit, and I'll be doing it weekly. So I hope more and more people will join on FOMO Fridays. But the big news today is not just that XRP bulls are trying to get above and hold 537, which we failed to do overnight. We got about 54 cents, but quickly fall back down to about the 53.2 level. But we need to hold the 537 level. But the other news of the day, I don't know how many people have heard this. Robinhood has delisted Matic, Solana, and who the hell was the other one? How can I forget the other one? Oh yeah, Cardano. Delisted Cardano as well. So we're going to get into that first. Then we're going to get into the charts. And then at some point here, once I get talking to everybody and we get an active discussion, we'll get into the HBAR weekly $50 buy. So let me just pull this back up real quick. I'm going to make it to where I can see each and every one of you now with your comments. I like to go through the beginning without comments on. Wow. ZXC, welcome in. Paul, you are looking live. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Sean, welcome in. 4th week buying H. Oh, is this the 4th weekly buy now? Could be. You're right. This is the 4th weekly buy. Whoops. This is indeed the 4th weekly buy. You are absolutely correct. This is the 4th weekly buy already. Holy smagolies. Well, it looks like I I'm gonna have to edit that title when it gets listed, because that is an inaccurate title. So I apologize. So it's the 4th weekly buy of HBAR. So we spent $150 as a unit so far in HBAR. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you being here as well. Let's see. Oh, I can't believe this is already the 4th time we've done this. Let's see. There you are. Great day. Hey, Crawbillies, welcome in. Thanks for that. The info to, you know, correct what I said on the title and what I said so far. Crawbillies, you're not alone, bud. ASQ777, the garden looks fantastic, Tom. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's oh man, I gotta look it up to remember the name, but yeah, I ordered it offline and it was from Maine. It was just a topsoil from Maine. So it came here and it was freaking beautiful. It's beautiful. And it holds the moisture very well as well. I'll have to look at the exact name. William, everything delisted will be money for sure. It absolutely will at some point. It's just they're going to take a deep dive as they are right now initially. Phil DeMario, welcome in from Canada, eh? I appreciate my brothers from the north and my sisters. Sean, multi-mode like, I really appreciate that. And then JW can't hang, got to drive home. We'll hit HBAR when I get home. Absolutely, JW. You pay attention to the road, and I implore you to not watch. Maybe if you listen in the background, but you can't watch. So, have a safe trip. 19 likes, 35 people watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Binance are about to delist 40 trading pairs too. Holy smokes, that's going to be incredible. Raul, hola. Welcome in. So here's the news right here, just so if you want to see. Robinhood announced Friday that it's delisting the cryptocurrencies Solana, Cardano, and Polygon, the first major crypto firm to remove tokens after the Securities and Exchange Commission alleged the tokens are securities in lawsuits earlier this week. So this is very interesting. Cardano, Solana, and Polygon. Polygon with the Polygon ID, so I find that hard to believe. ADA Cardano, I've always said I stay away from it. For what reason? Does anybody know? Well, I'll tell you. They're caught up with the wrong players, and if they can get through that, they're going to be something special. But I just believe they're up with the wrong players right now. So it makes them susceptible to things, you know, that might not be a somewhat favorable outcome for us. So, and then you can just read I don't want to do fortune. We'll just very quickly. Just a tweet. So from Investopia, Robinhood has decided to delist certain crypto assets. So, I don't even know if it's even worth reading into it. I mean, that's basically the news. We can go into it and read exactly what they said. Like, everybody's trying to charge for basic news. Isn't that insane? So Robinhood delists Cardano, Polygon, Solana following SEC labeling them as securities. So brokerage firm Robinhood has decided to delist Cardano, Polygon, and Solana after the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. We need a Tom's Army exchange. We sure do, Silverhawk. I second that. CFX, welcome in. Long time. A lot of long times in the house. I really appreciate it. A couple mods in the house as well. After the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission said those 3 were securities in the charges against 2 large crypto exchanges this week, Robinhood said it would end support for the 3 on June 27th and said that investors could still buy, sell, and hold ADA, Matic, and Solana until the deadline. Oh my God, why the hell would you do that? If you buy ADA, Matic, and Solana and keep it on Robinhood, I mean, you don't do that. Don't do that. All of the crypto you hold on Robinhood will not be affected, the firm said in a press release on Friday. Robinhood said investors don't have to sell ADA, Matic, and Solana and can send them to another wallet or crypto firm. However, any leftover will be automatically sold and credited. And when Robinhood does things like that, they always give you the bottom dollar. Like, I haven't used Robinhood in years, and I'm not going to get into the story, but I talked about it a long time ago. So, before we do the weekly buy of Your internet connection is playing up bad. So if I fade in and out, that is why. No problem, CFX. I just appreciate you tuning in. I really do. I appreciate the 37 people tuning in. 37 people, 26 likes. Make sure you hit that like button. We'll get a few more people in here, I promise. Let me know in the comments if you're participating in the weekly HBAR buy. This will be our 4th weekly buy. This will put us over. We're up at about 2,880 plus HBAR for our first $150. We're doing this until we get to 1,000 HBAR as a unit. Axel, welcome in. So what I want to do real quick is I want to take a look at XRP. Sheena, love, welcome in. And indeed, you did catch the live. I'm so blessed to have you in here. Jordan, let's fill that HBAR. We sure will. We sure will. Remember, we didn't do HBAR at 14 and a half, or algo when I was asked, and I told everybody why. We got to either come down and hit this inverted head, or we got to come down farther, and that would be a disaster. But we were about to break that downtrending support, and it didn't seem like we were going to hold it, so we decided to wait off on algo. So we're going with, our weekly buy of HBAR, but algo's in a lot of trouble. HBAR is at a beautiful spot, yes, at just under 0.048, and we'll get into HBAR in a second when we do our buy. So right now you can see XRP, and this is just what we've had drawn out for quite some time. It's following it out pretty nicely. Once it held that 41 cent, we had to hold that formation there, which was a bear flag. So we had to hold 41 cents to try to push up and invalidate it. Right now we did the first and second step. The big step now is to get and hold 537 and then start pushing up to that 558, ultimately bringing us up to that 585 double top. That's what we're ultimately looking for here, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we're looking for. Truth be told. Now, if we get a rejection, we can look at, so that's the shorter term, but we can look at the patterns where it's breaking out a little bit. We've even got outside of there. If we can start breaking up and out and we break 65 cents, that's when you can really start to see some FOMO take place, because you could have serious FOMO. You got to break 65 cents and hold it first to have serious FOMO to get us up to that 85 cent level. That's a major reason. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Good. Yeah, I'm enjoying the sun best I can. Be safe out there. But the FOMO could kick in because 85 cents up here is a big top on this all-time pattern. So on all-time patterns, when you start breaking out of the midterm support, and that's exactly what this was with XRP. And if you look at the all-time patterns, can't see my drawing tool. Oh, there it is. So this pattern formation right here, that was the short-term move. I drew this in here, the 39.69% gain, and that got us essentially to there. I was calling that before the push up. We just didn't know if it was going to hit here, here, here. We didn't know. We just knew it was going to hit somewhere. So now we created that formation, came out of the formation, hit it. This is the overextension in my opinion. It's a certain plus-minus percentage that I like to use. And then it finally hit it. Now it can bounce out if it holds it. If it holds that, it's not just, oh, we're going to 65. That's how you get out of this area. And then you've got the short-term pattern to look at, and it gets better than this. That's why everybody needs to follow me and continue to follow me day after day after day so that you can get used to my, the way I do things. So then we break out of that little short-term area, which it looks like we are now, which would be the hold of 537, and then break up to 558 to ultimately get up into this area, which could be a pattern double top, an overextension up to the old pattern formation break, which was from some time ago. So that's what we're looking at. And then once you hold that, now you start breaking up to the next levels. You've got 65 up there, but that's where this chart would cease to exist. That's where this chart, we would get rid of the short-term outlook, and now we can start looking into some longer term. That's how we need to get out of this chart, though. If we don't ever get out of this chart, we're stuck in the short-term pattern formation. Now with XRP, USD, if we go into the long-term pattern, if we break the short-term chart, now we can start talking. We'll start hunting up here, but we're not going to be in this chart yet. We got the perpetual futures chart. It all works together. I promise. So then you'd be talking about the 65 cent level, but this chart doesn't come into play until the appropriate time. And the appropriate time is not until it gets on top of 585 and ultimately holds that 60 cent pattern formation break. And then you can start looking at this one. Then we've also got the USDT perpetual futures chart, which has its own. If we start breaking down, this is the lower levels when we start getting down to the low where we have to worry. There's a reason it's circled on here, but other than that, this has nothing to do with the push up. That's when we start to get into the danger zones. So that's how I'm breaking down XRP. If you're wondering about XLM, it's had a small push today, not much. Not much. It's up 1.01%. Instead of doing this, it came back down, reconsolidated. Now we're going to see, is that a bear flag and break down? Or is this still going to consolidate and continue to push up on an inverted head? It did not. It liquidated here. It didn't invalidate it, but it definitely liquidated and started to push up. Now, what always ends up happening, you get a quick flush like that. Did it not kind of put in a bull flag? Or is that a design, by design, that it had that wick and this is actually a bull flag or bear flag forming and it just pushes down? That's what we're watching. We need broader market support. Right now, XLM is well behind. So, unfortunately, it did not take that route. I mean, it still could. It still could, but it had to dump down first. So we'll see if it still comes back up into there and tries to create that inverted right shoulder. Because that pattern formation is still there. It's still there. It's just when the news came out, had itself a deep dive. So what I want to do right now, because we're starting to get a little long here, 16 minutes. I want to do the weekly HBAR buy right now with each and every one of you. I've seen a few people comment, but I'm not seeing very many people who are either you're not involved with weekly FOMO Fridays or you're just sitting back and relaxing. So looking bad for ADA, Solana, Matic. Welcome to the SEC party. Absolutely. Bought another 1,000 HBAR. Let's go, Sean. Welcome to FOMO Fridays. Art, FOMO Fridays is here indeed. Hey, Infamous. Welcome in. Bought your HBAR. I'm going to do it right now with everybody. Right now, the price of HBAR is 0.4795. We're getting a much better deal this week. That's why I like to do this. I'm showing you guys a simple way to build a portfolio through bear markets. Everybody can say what they want, but now we'll have $200 invested in HBAR. So we're going to transact, select source, and you know I'll show you this after. I can't show you all my information, but I will show you when it buys the total amount. I'll show you the verification that it's bought the $50 purchase. Wow, it's buying 1,003 HBAR today, even with the 99-cent fee for spending under, a lot of money. So, I mean, 1,000 HBAR today, that's fantastic. 1,003, that's the most we've gotten out of any of the 4 buys so far. So now, we have, and we've bought it together, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the beauty of this. We've bought this together. We have an average price of 0.0527. Here, I'll show everybody so you can see. So, let me pull this up. This is where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. And I know you're going to have to do the work to turn this. Oh, you know what? That's so stupid. At least if I'm going to make you scramble it yourself, at least you'll be able to see it. So that's what we've done. We're down $3.06, or down 1.062%. It's worth $186. That's what we're down today. But our average buy-in is 0.05271. Current price 0.0796. We have $187 worth of value, which means we're down about $14 right now. So that's what happens. So we have 3,886 HBAR. I want to thank everybody who has been contributing to these weekly HBAR purchases, as it's been a very, very fun thing for me to personally do because I've wanted to hold HBAR. And it's a good way to hold myself accountable and add HBAR with $50 a week. And I think $50 for most people, and like I've said, it gives you enough time, and this is not to be mean, to collect cans or find an alternative way to collect a little bit of extra side money and then start to contribute to an investment. $50 a week, even though you're down $14, you still have $186 worth of that investment still in front of you. But you're not meant to sell out. You're going to keep buying more. Silverhawk, you bought $300. Fantastic. That would get you, hold on, about 6,000 tokens today, unless my math is way off. Am I close? Am I close? That should give you about 6,015 HBAR tokens, roughly. I could be wrong, though. I just can do quick math for some reason. Let me see what everybody's saying. Or not what everybody's saying, but I'd like to get my phone back out just in case. $6,131. Fantastic, my friend. So now, before we leave, as you know, it's customary. We're gonna do our HBAR chart, and then I gotta go. I have a sick child here, unfortunately. The 9-year-old is not feeling well. She did have a temperature earlier, so hopefully it starts to go down here a little bit. DAG is up 9.1% here, so yeah. So I got to get this rolling here. So HBAR, I want to thank everybody for the 4th weekly buy. That is really a blessing in disguise. We'll go into the... No, I want to do the USD chart because I think I put more information on it. Yeah. So this is where we're at with the HBAR. We're looking, if you're buying the weekly $50 buys, what we're looking for is a rejection at 497 and then a follow through down to this 394 level. It's a perfect spot where we started buying, as it should start pushing us down instead of buying it up here at 8 cents or buying it up here at 40 or 30 or 20. This is a beautiful spot to start buying on the way down, and then we can keep buying the $50 buys until we get to 10,000 tokens. Now we've done 4 buys as a unit, $200 total we bought as a community. We've got 3,883 tokens, or I do, buying with you, and if you're buying at the same time, you should have approximately 3,880 tokens of HBAR with $200 spent. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you next Friday on FOMO Fridays. It's truly an honor and a privilege. I really appreciate that. Daniel Davis, hey Tom, coming in way late. I picked up my HBAR. Thanks for everything. Oh, I really appreciate that. We're starting to get some camaraderie here now. We've got at least 12 to 15 people now that I know are taking this journey with us. It doesn't seem like a lot, but once we get down the road to Tomorrowland, and we're all sitting here together with our $50 weekly buys, our goal together is to get up to 10,000 tokens. Then we move on to the next one. Then we move on to the next one until we can't do it anymore. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you are looking to trade like I do, make sure you look in the video description below and or pinned comments. And you can find MEXC and or BITGET, no spot fees on the buy and sell. You can futures trade up to 250x. Upholds in there as well. There's just higher fees. And then if you want to show me some support, the greatest gift of all would be joining Tom's Army if you want to support my work. That's all I ask. Support my work, join Tom's Army. And it's my greatest hope that more of you will be in Tom's Army when you're watching my lives. I'll catch you all later. I got to go check on the 9-year-old. Axel, I appreciate everybody who's been in here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you.